5 years ago, the village of Wheeling adopted an ordinance which was hailed as a model of fire safety, requiring fire sprinklers for all new residential properties, condos, apartments, even single-family homes.
That's where the vast majority of people who ultimately die in fires die. They die in their homes.
Now there's a move to change that. A proposal by a group of council members to roll back the ordinance, dropping the residential provision as too costly and unnecessary.
You know what? Personally, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't.
The idea has been met with a firestorm of protest. Village President Greg Kletecki told his colleagues a change right now would be a mistake.
We were looked at as the forefront of what should happen in fire prevention.
Fire Chief Keith MCcaisic says history has proven that, as in this demonstration, fire sprinklers often stop small fires in their tracks.
As the fire builds, that sprinkler goes off. In the time it takes the fire department to be notified and typically respond to the scene, the fire's already out.
As you can see, fire officials say this is simply a matter of safety, but the sprinkler industry sees something more. One of the council members is a realtor. Two others have commercial interests that have had sprinkler squabbles with the village in the past. None responded to our calls for comment. But opponents of the new law contend a change right now defies common sense and safety.
You don't replace a life. You can always replace a building, but you cannot replace a life.
With more, Phil.
You know what, Bob? This was probably the most rapid change in a piece of legislation we have ever seen. First, a senator introduced a bill. Then firemen criticized it. We asked about it, and he changed it. Firefighters will be the first to insist that fire sprinklers save lives.
We haven't had a fatality in Long Grove since we had sprinklers in the homes.
North suburban Long Grove was the first of what are now 56 Illinois fire districts that require fire sprinklers in new homes. They say often fires in those homes are out or at least controlled by the time firefighters arrive. But the fire community was hopping mad when they learned that State Senator Bill Brady, a candidate for governor and a home builder himself, had introduced a bill which would prohibit communities from requiring sprinklers. Many of them accused Brady of only trying to protect his own industry.
We don't want to go back in codes. We would rather go forward.
Last evening, we requested an interview with Senator Brady to explain why Illinois communities shouldn't be allowed to require fire sprinklers in homes. He agreed to the interview, but then he changed his bill this morning.
As a builder and developer, I know that it's important that we provide affordable housing to people throughout the state.
Today, Senator Brady amended his own bill to allow local communities to vote on whether sprinklers should be required.
If someone wants to have a sprinkler system and a municipality wants to require it by a vote, they should be able to do so. I don't think it should be mandated as part of some national agenda.
Many in the fire community say they don't understand opposition to any home enhancement that saves lives.
Oh, it's a no-brainer.
Now, there are estimates that a fire sprinkler adds about $1.80 a square foot to the cost of a house. They compare it to putting in upgraded carpeting or better countertops. It can also cut down on insurance premiums. Brady says, by the way, on that conflict of interest accusation, that he is not conflicted. He is knowledgeable about the home building issue.